This is the Cholo News Report for Thursday 03 January 2019. American electronics maker Apple warns that iPhone sales are slowing significantly and the product is in weak demand, blaming trade tensions with China. The company says that it has lowered its expected fiscal earnings for the first quarter as a result, citing disappointing holiday sales figures, and that it could lose $9 billion due to the decline. In his letter, Cook offers several explanations for the lower earnings guidance: earlier launch timing of the iPhone XS and XS Max compared to the iPhone X, the strength of the US dollar, supply constraints due to the number of new products Apple released in the fall, and overall economic weakness in some markets. An express train crashes into an object dropped from a cargo train on the Great Belt Bridge between Funen and Zealand in Denmark, killing at least 6 people, and leaving several injured. The debris struck the commuter train running from Odense to the capital Copenhagen at about 7:35 local time. Images from the scene show heavy goods vehicle trailers on the freight train with their sides torn off. There was a loud crash and the windows started smashing onto our heads, passenger Heidi Langberg-Zumbush told Danish broadcaster Dr. We flew down onto the floor, and then the train stopped. On the last day of the 115th United States Congress, Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and others meet with President Donald Trump at the White House to discuss implementing a new budget agreement that may include funding for a new Mexico-United States barrier that could end the current federal government shutdown. The partial government shutdown entered its 12th day Wednesday, as bipartisan congressional leaders headed to the White House for a briefing on President Donald Trump's proposed border wall. Some Democrats have worried about the White House using the briefing as a political ploy, rather than a piece of an effort to reach a deal to end the shutdown. Trump, who last month said he would be proud to shut down the government for border security, sees the wall as a winning political issue. Trump opened the meeting by speaking about nominations, and then the wall, followed by a brief presentation on border security by DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, who appeared via video. He also pulled the rug out from a compromise offer, spearheaded by Vice President Mike Pence, that would have provided about half of the $5 billion that Trump has sought from Democrats. President of Brazil Jair Bolsonaro issues a decree to place the responsibility for identification, delimitation, demarcation and registration of lands traditionally occupied by indigenous people at the Ministry of Agriculture, instead of the Indian Affairs Agency FUNAI. The management of public forests also goes to the Agriculture Ministry. The move is seen as a big win for the industrial agribusiness lobby. The temporary decree, which will expire unless it is ratified within 120 days by Congress, strips power over land claim decisions from Indigenous Affairs Agency FUNAI. The move stoked concern among environmentalists and rights groups that the Ferrite president, who took office on Tuesday, will open up the vast Amazon rainforest and other ecologically sensitive areas of Brazil to greater commercial exploitation. The Taliban killed 27 security forces in a series of coordinated attacks in northern Afghanistan. They refused to sit down with Afghan officials about peace in the country after the United States announced last month that they would withdraw about half of their 14,000 troops.